Well, once again, I come on your way. My name is Crossover. You like it, you share. But please share so that other people also can have access and subscribe. This morning, I'm here once again to present to you an episode that this is a fresh one, which is the access list. I have other ones that I will present as well. But let's see something about the access list, which we sometimes we call it ACL. The ACLs are the set of rules used most commonly to filter network traffic. They are used on network devices with packet filtering capabilities like routers or firewall. So all of us know the work of the firewall or the uses of firewall. Firewall prevent, it deny, and permit. So at this moment, we'll be configuring a router that can also deny and permit a packet not to flow from one local area network to another. ACLs are applied on the interface, basics to packet leaving or entering an interface. So I'll be sketching one or two things on the screen for all of us to follow so that we can also have access to what I'm about to do. Once I'm doing, just follow the steps, and at the end, you know how to configure ACL. It comes in the point that ACLs, we have standard and extended. The standard comes with a number that is for the internal, but it's not all that expensive like extended. The standard number for the anonymous number, as all of us know, is from 0 to 99. Then extended also start from 100 to 199. But in the case of real, that is the real world, please make sure that you configure the extended. That will help you very much. For not talking too much, please let's back on the journey and start our configuration. Thank you very much. Now, when you look at the point of our left side, we have a network devices. Just click on it. You will see a router. I want you to choose 1841. Put the router in the middle and let's name it BFR1. We are dealing with a big firm, router 1. Then put switch also left and right of the router. So we choose 2960 switch. Put it here and put another switch also here. Let's name this one BFSW1 and this one also is going to be BFSW2. We have these two switches. Now let's click on our end devices. Click on it. Let's put two PCs here. One PC here, another PC here, another PC also here, and another one here. Let's name this PC Ascor Francis PC. And let's name this one also Ama PC. Now let's put servers on the right side. We have one server, another server, another server. Let's do the first one as BF web server. Then this one is going to be our BF DNS server. Then the last one will be our BFFTP, which is file transfer protocol server. Then this one will be Big Firm DNS, that is domain name services, and BF web server. Okay, let's do the connectivity now. You are going to do the connectivity together with me. Click on the connections, then let's choose straight through cable, connect interface to the first interface on the switch. Let's do the same thing to the rest. This doesn't mean that you can choose or do exactly what I'm doing, but you can choose any other word port it will work together with. Okay, let's connect another PC to the switch. Perfect. Do exactly what I'm doing, and at the end, you will smile. Let's choose straight through cable, connect, and let's choose 24 and connect to the fast Ethernet 0/0. Let's connect another PCs, another cable from the router to the switch on the right side, also 24. Then let's connect our servers as well. Now we have connected our servers. Everything is in place. It's time now for us to assign an IP address. So we are going to use two network IP address. So let's choose the place note and let's put 172.16.0.0/16 here. This one is a whole network for the left side. Let's give another network also for the right side. 192.168.10.0/24. Okay, so yes, you can click and press on Control C and Control V. We'll give it to this, change it to be 1, change the 0 to be 1, and the Control V again. We are giving it to the top one, which is the BF web. Let's change the 0 to 202, then Control V again. Let's give this one for our DNS. We are changing the 0 to be 201. The same thing you can do to the rest of the right one. The last one is the BF FTP. So 203. What I'm doing doesn't mean that I've configured the service. I'm just giving the service IP address that you'll be using to configure them. Okay, let me give another IP address to Francis. So the Francis, I'm going to 100. Then AMA, I'll be using AMA as 110. 110. Okay, so we are going to permit this one, then we'll be denying this one. So we'll deny AMA, I will permit AMA. That will be the later configuration when we are about to configure the access list on our BFR1. Okay, so now let's put one laptop here. And that one is going to be BF admin 1. Let's connect our console. Previous video, I told you that the console is a connectivity that helps us to configure a router or a switch. A connectivity of a cable that you will connect. So sometimes in the real world, you have to just install PuTTY or Teratem. They are software that you can download. Teratem you can buy, they are free, you can buy, but PuTTY is free. But I want you guys at least to buy the one that at least they are selling that you can have all features. So let's configure the PC first, which is the Francis. Click on Francis, go to desktop and configure the IP address 172.16.0.100 and press the tab key for the subnet mask. Let's give the router's IP address, which is going to stand as our default gateway, 172.16.0.1. Do the same thing to AMA, but not the same host IP, 172.16.0.11. 172.16.0.1. They must use the same default gateway because that is what the router is going to use to route their IP address from in to outside. We finished configuring the 172. Now let's configure the router. Okay, double click on the laptop. Click on the laptop. Then go to desktop and use terminal. Click on OK. Then let's configure it. Now, what you are seeing, right, they said, will you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? If you know how to configure the router very well, then it means that you have to choose yes. But if you are new to the router, then it means that you have to enter no for systematic port configuration. So now we are on the user mode. Type en. Press the tab key, you see enable, enter. Then you type config T. Press the tab key, you say configure terminal, but sometimes you can shorten it and make it what? Config T. Enter. We have to now name our router because if you don't name the router, it will be very difficult for you to know what router am I configuring. Meanwhile, the top one is what? BFR1. So let's type what? Host name, then BFR1. So it has changed from router to BFR1. Now let's enter inside this particular interface. So for us to enter inside this particular interface, we have to type int. That represents interface. Press the tab key. You see? Interface. Then 0/0. You enter. Interface. Sorry. We have interface. Then we have fast. That is FA. So press the interface. Then you type 0/0. Okay. The int, you can also type int, then type FA 0/0. You are good to go. Now provide the IP address. IP address is 172.16.0.1. Then the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Enter. Then type no shutdown to enable the port. So for port forwarding, we have the green one as packet forwarding, then we have the orange as packet listening. So the port is listening. When you see, so the red one is blocked, the green one is forwarding, and the orange one is forwarding. Thank you. Now let's type exit. Then on exit, I want you to go straight and enter inside FA 0/1 for us also to assign an IP address of 192.168.10.1. So int FA 0/1. It's like you entering inside an interface called Fast Ethernet 0/1. Enter. Then IP address 192.168.10.1, 255.255.255.0. Enter. Then no shutdown. Don't forget to type no shutdown. You can either type no shutdown or you can type no shut. It goes. Okay, now let's enter into our routers. Remember, the router is going to route an IP address between two interfaces. So let me just put one. I'm supposed to give an IP address like this. So this particular place is 1. Let me give the server, which is the web server, an IP address. Click on desktop. Then let's provide an IP address to our server. 192.168.10.202 is 202. Press the tab key. Then a gateway 192.168.10.1. Then provide the DNS IP address. When you check here, the DNS IP address is 202. So 192.168.10.201. You finish with this one. 192.168, the DNS. Oh, I provide two dot, sorry, 192.168.10.201. 192.168.10.201. I think it's good. Okay, now let's configure the DNS. Configure the DNS now. So for us to configure the DNS, we have to do the same thing like what we did on the BF web. 192.168.10.201. Then the default gateway is 10.1. So 192.168.10.1. And the DNS 192.168.10.201. You can either change the DNS IP address, but I prefer using the same IP address for the DNS. Okay, let's configure the FTP server. So 192.168.10.203. 192.168.10.1. 192.168.10.201. All of them will be using the DNS IP address because that is the one that is going to discover the IP address to the internet. Don't forget that the router is the one that is going to route them, but the DNS is a domain name services. So when you are configuring the web server or the FTP, they need assistance of the DNS. Now, let's turn on Francis and ping any of the service and see whether it will ping. Okay, let's do that. Let's click on Francis and go to command prompt, then type ping the 192.168.10.202 first, which is the 202 from this one. We are good to go. It's pinging, which means that the reply of the 4 packet is going on. Okay, let's do it to 1 and see, which is this one. That one also is responding. That one also is responding. Let's do it to the last one. You and I are doing it together. So please try your best. If yours is pinging, just a thumb that is pinging. Now it's time for us to configure the ACL. Okay, so since we have permitted this one, let's see whether AMA also can ping the rest of the service. Okay, then it means that the whole network of this side can what? Ping. Let me just do something small. Let's give this side at least a green line, and let's give this side at least a yellow line. Okay. Okay, so let's see whether AMA can ping the rest of the service. Click on AMA's PCs, go to command prompt. Then let's type the ping. Ping stands for Packet Internet Naming Grouper. So 192.168.10.201. Not 12, but 201. It's pinging. AMA can ping. So AMA, let's see the 2. She can also ping. Okay, let's see the 3. She can also ping. It means that all packets are flowing from the left LAN to the right LAN. Okay, so this the green one, the green LAN, and we have the yellow LAN. But the router have to route the IP address in between the left, which is yellow, the green, and the right, which is. Now it's time for us to configure access list. Access list is going to help us to filter a packet, not to go out. So at this moment, we are going to make sure that Francis alone can go, but Amma cannot go. Why? Because we want a port to filter a rule that we are coming to configure right now. Stay behind, stay cool, and let's configure the thing together, you and I. Click on the BF admin, which is the laptop. Come out from the interface, type end, then let's save what we have already typed. Let's write WR and enter, and type copy, run, startup run. Enter inside the config again for the configuration. Now we are going to configure our router for access lists. Now bring the question tag. You can see we have access list here, and it said add an access list entry. So we are about to configure the access list. So press the space bar again, then type access list. Then bring the question tag, shift and the question tag. You see IP standard access lists, then IP extended access list. And the standard one comes with a number of 1 to 99, and extended comes with 100 to 199. Right, I'm going to show you the standard one, which is 101 to 99. So any number that you choose in between this one determine the access list that you are imposing on your network. So right now I'm going to choose 20, then space, then I'll bring shift and a question tag. It tells me that now which one are you going to deny, or you are going to permit, or you are going to do remarks? Right now I'm going to permit Francis first, then deny Amma. Amma previous can ping all the servers. Let's see whether truly Amma can ping. Francis already can ping, but if you are permitting Francis, definitely you are allowing Francis packet to go through the network. Okay, so we have to choose permit. You have to choose permit. Then the question tag again. We have hosts. So put host there. Type host. The host is this PC host. Then the question tag is said host address. What is our host address here? It's 172.16.0.100. So that is what I'm going to type. 172.16.0.100. Then 255.255.0.0. It said invalid because the subnet mask, not supposed to put a subnet mask there. So just clear the subnet mask, then enter to go through. We will use that one when we are configuring the extended one that comes with the subnet mask that we can link to. Maybe we are permitting it to access a particular route, a particular server somewhere else. That is what we can do. So at this moment, let's maintain this one. Then it means that the host is 172.16.0.100. Let us now deny Amma. So access list, you choose the same 20, but this one we are going to deny. Then the host will type 172.16.0. Amma's one is what? 110. Oh, Sorry, I entered. Press the up arrow key. 0.110 and enter and enter. And I made a mistake here by entering. My hand just shifts and I entered. That is why you are seeing invalid input detected, and it tells you with the arrow showing. So please, the arrow showing telling you that this particular one is the one the error came from. So we are good to go now. Okay, let's go. Now we have set an access list, but it's now time for us to make sure that we place the access list on an interface. And what is the interface we are going to place an access list on? We are going to place an access list on the interface of FA0/0 so that FA0/0 can now listening to the rules and regulations of the access list control. Who should I permit and who should I deny? That is what we are about to do. So at this moment, let's configure it by entering inside this particular interface. So type int fa0/0, enter. Then shift and the question tag. Look for IP. You see the IP is here. And it said interface internet protocol configure comments. So press the space bar, then type IP space question tag again. You will see that we have access group. And access group goes with specify access control for packet. Our access control for packet is access list 20. So let's type access group. Now when you type the AC, press the tab key. Press the tab key. If there are other ones that comes with access hyphen something something and you press on the tab key and nothing shows, then it means that you have to type the words by yourself. But if there are no other words apart from the access list group, if you type AC and you press the tab key, it will come by its own. Thank you very much. Press the tab key again, shift and question tag. We have word. We'll come to the access list name, the word. Then what number? IP address list, standard or extended. That is why we have it there as 1 to 199. Remember, 1 to 99 is standard, and 100 to 199 is extended. So which one of those numbers over there did you pick to configure the access list? It's 20. Space and the question tag. We have in. We have in. So inbound packets and outbound packets. Those that they are inside going outside, we have to bound them, permitting and denial. Those who are coming from outside, we have to. So if outside, then it means that we will choose the interface that is outside, which is this one. That is what we'll be choosing. These people not to go out. So if I'm denying a server over here not to come into my corporate network, then I have to enter inside FA0/0, then choose what? Out instead of in. But those that they are here, Francis, Amma, coming from here, going to the yellow side, which is outside, I have to choose what? In. Okay, thank you very much. So please type IN, then enter. Then let's type end. Then let's write and copy the running and the startup configuration so that whatever that we have configured on the router, at least when we shut the router down, coming back to putting it on, we can have everything intact, and that makes it good for us, you and I. Thank you very much. Now let's configure and see whether both PCs on our left side, which is Francis and Amber, can still have access to what the service over here. Let's go to Francis first and check. Click on Francis. Go to command prompt. Previously, you know that all of them can have access. All of them can have access. Yes. So let me press the up arrow key and enter. Yes, still Francis can ping. Francis can ping, which is Francis can ping 203, 202. Then let's see the 201. Francis also can ping 201. Perfect. So Francis can ping because we said permit. Now let's see Amma. Let's see Amma. Let's see Amma. Let's use one first. It said destination hosts unreachable. So previous Amma can ping and the server can respond. But now, because of our access list, Amma has been denied. None of the servers over there, she has been denied. Not to. See? Okay, she has been denied. Not to have access. So the three servers, Amma cannot have access. But Francis can have access now to the rest of the servers. Let's see whether Francis can have access to the web server. Let's configure the web server and see something. Double click on the web server, go to services. Then on services, try your best. We are on HTTP. Click on edit. Then the 2, clear the 2 and make it 5. And the color, which is blue here, make it green. Type green inside. Then the packet tracer, this packet tracer, type it. Welcome to Big Firm Company Limited. You can highlight it up to this side, right click and copy. Then from here, you clear it, right click and you paste. Save it. Choose yes to save it. Now let's go to Francis. Let's go to Francis. Okay, I hope some of you will not get what I just did. Let me go back and for you to see it again. See? Check it well. Okay, so let's go. I'm closing it. Let's go to Francis PC. Let's close this one. Now it's a website. So we are going to use web browser. We have a lot of web browsers. So click on it. If you have Edge, click on Edge. If you have Internet Explorer, you click on Internet Explorer. Chrome, you click on Chrome. If you have Firefox, you click on Firefox. If you have Mozilla, you click on Mozilla. Any other web browsers that you think you can do that. So let's now type the IP address. Please, it's not good for you to type IP address, but let's do it. 192.168.10.202. You see, it works. Welcome to Big Firm. Oh, I did it. That is compound instead of company. Sorry. Let me go back and change it. Is company, not compound. It's company. It's not compound. Please, let's save it. Let's go back. It's a type error. At least when your hands are so fast, unless you have to execute it before you see the error that you have typed. Forgive me. But you can name it any way. 192.168.10.202. So now it comes company limited. Welcome to Big Firm Company Limited. The same thing we have, welcome to Big Firm Company Limited. Open doors to new opportunity. Mind wide open. Quick links. Now, when you check the AMA home, check AMA's home and see. Let's type 192.168.10.202. It said request timeout. Remember that AMA has been denied and it's here, denied. So AMA cannot have access to the website outside, but Francis can have access to the website outside. I want you now to configure something for me. So what you are going to do is that you are going to deny this one and permit this one. So you are going to permit Stevens, that is SS Stevens, PC. Let me make this S. You are going to permit Stevens, PC. Then you deny rear. Jones, PC. Jones, PC. I hope this episode has helped you a lot. This is the part one of the access list. We'll be configuring part two of the access list. Please try your best, share, and let people also have access to watch so that they can subscribe. I need your subscription so that anytime I post a video, at least you can have access. Any video at all, you can have access. Thank you very much for another episode. Thank you. Bye.